26 million adults, 6 million children. According to Food Allergy Research and Education, this is the number of people in the United States that have specifically a food allergy. This is about 1 in 10 adults, or approximately one in the number of people that are in this room. Or 1 in 13 children, which is about 2 children in every school classroom. Individuals with allergies from food or something else should know the signs and symptoms of anaphylactic shock and how to respond to a severe allergic reaction should one occur. The American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology describes an allergy as a physiological reaction that produces antibodies to fight off foreign substances within the body. This is normally a good thing. We want our bodies to be able to do this. However, in an allergy, the immune system responds or overreacts to substances that are normally harmless. Allergies typically occur in just one area of the body or one system of the body. For example, itching or hives of the skin, or in the respiratory system where an individual will cough or sneeze or sniffle to try and rid their body of that foreign substance. There are many allergies, and they are not all food related. There are also seasonal allergies, environmental, pet, skin allergies, allergies to insect stings, latex, and medications. The Allergy and Asthma Network reports that more than 50 million Americans suffer from allergies each year. I feel like this number is really low, though, considering that just about every person I know suffers from some type of seasonal or environmental allergy. The important thing to remember here is that allergies in themselves are not life-threatening. In fact, they're fairly common. What is life-threatening is anaphylaxis, also called anaphylactic shock. This is a serious allergic reaction where your body actually goes into shock. Just like allergies, in anaphylaxis, the immune system overresponds to a seemingly harmless substance. The blood vessels will dilate, creating a sharp drop in blood pressure. Histamine is released in our bodies that constricts the airways and will increase inflammation in the mouth and the tongue, making it very difficult to breathe. Anaphylaxis affects 2 or more systems of the body. So whereas allergies just affect that one system, now we are looking at much more of a widespread systematic reaction. For example, it may start with hives and itching, and then spread rapidly to the gut and stomach or to the heart and lungs. And this occurs very, very quickly, within minutes of exposure. However, it could take longer, and individuals are typically observed for 4 to 6 hours following that exposure. The Mayo Clinic reports up to 2,000 people a year in the United States and Canada die from anaphylactic shock. Recognizing anaphylaxis can be tricky. It isn't always a big dramatic event like we see on TV, especially in children. The Anaphylaxis Awareness Campaign from the Mayo Clinic reports no 2 episodes are alike, and symptoms often mimic other illnesses or diseases, so we can miss it. Anaphylaxis also usually affects people who are not expecting it, either because it's the first time they've ever had that allergic reaction, or because they didn't know they were exposed to an allergen, such as can happen in a restaurant with cross-contamination of food. There are many signs and symptoms of anaphylaxis, and I have provided for you here a card that can serve as a guideline for recognition. If you or someone you know has a history of anaphylaxis or severe allergy, and you notice any of these signs or symptoms, you must act fast. For someone experiencing anaphylaxis, you are looking for shortness of breath, wheezing, coughing, difficulty swallowing, or swelling of the tongue and lips. And these are often the most visible signs. But you may also see stomach problems like vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramping, weak pulse, dizziness, and even fainting, as well as itching or hives. But I'm going to stress that skin symptoms are not always included in anaphylaxis, so you can't use that as your measure to whether or not somebody is going into anaphylaxis. Food Allergy Research and Education says the key to preventing serious problems from anaphylaxis is to use the shot of epinephrine or an EpiPen auto-injector as soon as possible. This is a safe, FDA-approved, self-injectable medication that can hold off circulatory collapse in the body. To be effective, it must be administered quickly. Any delay could be life-threatening. If you use an EpiPen, you must call 911. I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important part. All an EpiPen is going to do is buy you some time, about 10 to 20 minutes, but further medical help will still be needed. So you're going to administer the EpiPen, call 911. I'm going to say it again. It is better to administer epinephrine to somebody who doesn't need it than to not give it to somebody who does need it. If you see someone experiencing anaphylaxis, even the very beginnings of anaphylaxis, administer the EpiPen and call 911. Told you I was going to say it again. It's very, very simple to use an EpiPen auto injector. And I've brought some trainers with me so you can all practice at the end. And it has instructions right on it. Even an actual EpiPen is going to have the instructions right on the label. To practice with the training advice, first make sure that it says trainer. No medications, no needle, trainer. You want a good grip with the fist. This is probably because you're going to be a little bit nervous too. Your heart will be pounding. The adrenaline's going to be going through your body as well. So we always want to make sure that we have a good grip. For this one, we're going to remove the blue cap. And you need a large muscle, so we always use the thigh. And an EpiPen can go right through clothing, so you don't have to worry about that. You're going to swing and push firmly into the thigh, and you should hear that click. Okay? Hold it there for 10 seconds. Part of this is, again, to help keep you calm, and we want to make sure all the medication gets in there as well. You're going to remove and massage the area. There are other kinds of auto injectors on the market, but they all work in basically the same way, and if you have an allergy and you are given an EpiPen, it always comes with a trainer. Causes of anaphylaxis is food, insect stings, and medication, with food accounting for 90% of all allergic reactions, according to the Mayo Clinic. An incident analysis report out of Minnesota found a 25% increase in anaphylaxis between 1990 and 2000, with the highest rates occurring in children. The American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology finds the prevalence of food allergies in children to have increased by 50% from 1997 to 2011. Food Allergy Research and Education reports that peanut or tree nut allergies, specifically those two allergies, tripled in children between 1997 and 2008. Knowing and understanding signs and symptoms of anaphylaxis and being able to respond quickly will help to prevent allergy-related deaths. Thank you. So I do have some trainers here if you all want to stab yourselves only, please. And don't be like stabbing other people. I mean, I don't know what your all's relationship is.